All right, we all hope that our children grow up to be kind, caring, and starting early is the key. Chrissy Khachane from StrongTots.com joins us for Mommy Monday. Nice to have you back here.
Good morning.
You're about to be a mommy for the third time any day soon, right?
A couple weeks.
A couple weeks. That's fantastic. So we were talking a little bit about this, how important it is to have kind children. I think that's what every parent wants. And you have to do a little bit more than being just a good example, right?
Role modeling is a big part of it, but yes. You know, I think it's about a lifelong journey. And I think even as adults, we're constantly working on how we can be kind individuals, but with kids, yes, definitely. It's more than just telling them what to do.
You have to show them, right? And a big key factor is telling them how to be a good friend to someone, or explaining that.
Because when you talk about kindness, young children before the age of 6, kindness is an abstract concept. It's really hard for them to understand what that big idea means. So when you break it down into littler steps, like how do you be a friend, it really helps them to understand what it takes to be kind. It's the starting of it in a child-friendly way.
Very good. And also sharing goes hand in hand with that.
It does, because what young child wants to share? It's tough.
It's trouble,
in my own house this morning, there was a major train debacle because, you know, everybody wanted the same engine. But it's helping to model that. How do you ask for a turn? And how do you say, I'm not ready to share yet, and that I want a few more minutes? That helps them start to understand, again, those fundamental concepts that go along with helping to be a kind person.
Sure, and what did you bring here with you today?
We have a couple of examples of ways to build it into your everyday life.
Okay.
So literature is a great way because we learn a lot from characters in books. Children learn a lot from characters in books. And so when you can use stories to help them understand how a character might feel or what might be happening in a story, you can start to, again, break down that abstract concept into more realistic, practical ways for them to start to understand.
And this is a great one. It really gets the message across.
It does. It's fun, and Stick and Stone have their own little, you know, incident with Pine Cone, and how does that all play out? I know last week, your Mommy Mondays are turning into jar weeks, because I know last week you guys were talking about jars as well, but us moms, we tend to use jars for everything.
Okay.
But in this case, you know, just starting a simple kindness jar in your home, and you can do it with young children, or this is something that might work well for older kids. As you find or see random acts of kindness in your own home, just writing it down, or something that happens to you in your day, making a note and putting it in the jar. Some families like to start this at New Year's and to kind of carry it throughout the year and to read all of the acts of kindness at the end of the year. Other families, you can start it at any time and just use it as, again, another way to model and make it something that you instill lifelong throughout everything. And then, of course, you know, it is the holiday season, so using sort of donation centers and other things that are ways to get out into the community is a great family activity for instilling kindness. But it's one of those things, again, you don't have to just do it at the holidays. It can be something that's year-round.
That makes sense. And I think we should talk about kind of a conversation you had with your son. You were waving to a police officer and he asked you, Mom, do you know him?
It's sort of, you know, it was interesting. It was one of those moments where I took a step back and realized your kids are always watching you, right? Whatever you do. We were just driving down the road and there happened to be construction going on. We were stopped by a flagger, and I said, you know, as we started to go, I did a simple wave to the flagger as a thank you, which my son in the back seat, who was 4 at the time, said, do you know that man? And as a 4-year-old only can, and I explained to him that I was saying thank you, and that is, you know, even though I didn't know him, I was thanking him for helping us to stay safe on the road. So again, it's
I'm sure he got the message, right?
He did. He now waves at everybody on the road.
But you know, as a parent, it must be so rewarding to see your little ones be kind to someone or do an act of kindness, right?
It is, and they're kids, so they're going to have their hiccups as well. But it is. It's incredibly rewarding to see the things that you try to model for them and see them internalize it.
Very good, Chrissy. Where can we find your website?
StrongTots.com.
And a lot of information on there.
A lot of. There's a larger kindness project that has been sponsored there, so you can read about many different stories of how different parents have approached instilling kindness.
That's what we'll do. Chrissy, thanks for being here, and good luck with everything if we don't see you.
Thank you.
All right, coming up, feeling not so hot.